In this 9th session on divine healing, we want to see another method of how people get healed. And this is through love and compassion. And we see this illustrated in the story of the Good Samaritan. Here was a man who didn't know this man he found on the side of the road, beaten up and half dead, a man forsaken by his own countryman and also his own religious leaders. But this Good Samaritan, he poured out his heart, his wealth, he did everything to make sure that this man was restored, not just physically, but also his dignity, his self-worth, that this man was a valuable human being. In our current crisis in Indonesia, this is, and around the world, in fact, this is such an important thing that so many people need to have their self-esteem restored. And that the only place that they can really find that restoration and healing is in Jesus Christ. So we read in the Gospel of Luke chapter 10 verses 34 to 37, we find that this Good Samaritan says he had compassion. And what's more, he said, whatever more you spend, I'll pay for it when I come back again. I want to honor two people in Indonesia on the island of Halmahera who do a fantastic job. They have a ministry of love, of medical work, of compassion, of sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ. It is Peter and Esther Scarborough. They have done an amazing work. They are real heroes of the faith. I remember the time when they found Yulche. Yulche had so many scars. Her face had been so badly burnt. And Fino in Bitung, North Sulawesi, so badly scarred. And a lot of people have been scarred and they need to be healed. They need to be healed physically. They need to be healed spiritually. They need to be healed in their sense of self-worth through love and compassion. And the ministry of Peter and Esther has been quite amazing. As after so many operations and taking these ones, millions of dollars, it cost millions of dollars, but by the grace of God, it was all paid for. And when we see something like this happening, miracles happening through the ministry of love, of grace, of compassion, it reminds me that this is what we need to do in a crisis like we're facing with this COVID-19. We need to be ministering people with love and compassion and see the healing power of God. And Jesus, in his ministry, this was an element in his heart. As it says in Matthew 14 and verse 14, when Jesus went out, he saw a great multitude and he was moved with compassion for them and he healed their sick. Let us have love and compassion and let's see many people get healed in this great time when God is doing something most unusual on the face of the earth. But God is with us, so believe God, pray for the sick and see miracles happen.